What a crazy week 14. Had Miles Gaskin in. Now he's out because of COVID. And then, did you see what happened to Des Bryant? Did you see what happened to Des Bryant? They pulled him within like 30 minutes before the game. And now I'm hearing that it might have been a false positive. Like, that's crazy. And he said on his Instagram or Twitter that he was, at the stadium 2 hours prior to the game. Anyways, let's get into these predictions. Start, sit. Let me get that out. I'm going to do my predictions at the same time. I like to give a shout out to Fantasy Football Headliners, Chat Sports, Fantasy Couch, Fantasy Football Advice, Fantasy Football Counselor, Fantasy Football Today, Fantasy Pros, John Lawson, the betting. He's mostly betting. The Pat Mayo Show, and I just added the Fantasy Doctor. These are all on YouTube. Go ahead and go to Facebook, and it's Fantasy Football Girls Advice, 365 days, all sports addiction. That's my page on Facebook. Add me on Twitter. I need coffee for this, man. I need coffee for this, like Gabby. I don't understand the protocol for this COVID-19 thing. Like, some teams get better taken care of than others. It's mind-boggling. But let's go over these games. First one, we're going to go see. Let me get this out the way. Josh Jacob, he did practice. CMC is out again. And I'm hearing from a lot of other analysis or people in the fantasy football world and NFL that they might just go ahead and shut him down for the rest of the season, because I don't think the Panthers are even in the playoff hunt. They could be. You never know with 2020. Jiminy Christmas. Let's go with the Texans versus the Bears. I got start David Montgomery. Texas. My dogs. My dogs run the world. Texans have given up over 20 fantasy football points to running backs. David Johnson is out, maybe, so that bumps up Duke Johnson. Bears allow less than 15 fantasy football points to running backs. Start Kiki QT. Will Fuller just crapped on his team, but whatever edge you can have to make it in this world, right? Start Allen Robinson and Darnell. Can't even read my own handwriting. Mooriey. Texas allowed 11th most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Of course, I want to go with my Bears, so of course I want the Texans to lose, but they're not even in the playoff hunt no more. Kind of felt bad for Watson, but we got them next week, so new pins. So I'm going to need the Bears to win. I want my Colts to win. Do you start Taylor with Hines and it feels like the 27 running backs that the Indianapolis Colts have? Will he have fumbleitis Like I said, Josh Jacob should start, but again, you got to look at the injury report. You got to look at the weather condition. You got to look at the defense that your player is playing against. So, Raiders give up the fifth most points to running backs. Sick card. Colts defense allowed the fourth fewest points to quarterbacks. I got to start T.Y. Hilton and Michael Pittman. But keep in mind that Michael Pittman might be double teamed, so that should, give way to T.Y. Hilton or Zach Pascal. I don't even know where I don't even want to talk about Paris Campbell. Uh, Maybe start Nelson Aguilar because Rocky Yassin, my Colts cornerback, he I had to take a drink on that and his coffee. Colts allowed the 25th most fantasy football points to wide receivers, while the Raiders allowed the 12th most fantasy football points to wide receivers. So, Pittman gets double team or if T.Y. Hilton gets double team, you gotta go back and forth, man. You need to know the schematics for the defense. That's, a lot of people don't bring up that defense, does make you plan out who you're going to start for your fantasy football lineup. Oh, I just want to put that out there. Uh, I had the Rams winning. Broncos versus Panthers. CMC's out. Um, let's see. So you're gonna start Robbie Anderson. You're gonna start Noah Font and Mel Gordon. Start Tim Patrick and Jerry Jeudy. Panthers allow the second most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Panthers allow the fifth most points to running backs. So you're gonna start Miles Davis. If you don't have him handcuffed, like I said, I think they're gonna shut CMC down. So if you go to my previous videos for handcuffs, Miles, yeah, Mike Davis, not Miles. Golly, I need another cup of coffee. You're gonna start Mike Davis. You're gonna have to. Curtis Samuel is off the COVID list. He wasn't sick. He was just in the uh, COVID protocol where he was in contact with somebody. But DJ Moore is definitely out. So I had a guy ask me a question about that. Let's just say if you make it to the playoff in fantasy football this year, you're really good. Uh, I only started 3 games or 3 leagues, and they're not money leagues. They're the NFL fantasy leagues. So y'all know I'm not lying. See, I'm in this type of league. I didn't do no DraftKings. I didn't do no FanDuel because stuff is tight around here. So yeah, I only did 3 leagues. I think I made one. I made 2 IDP leagues, and the other one, depending on today, if I make it in. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with the Broncos for the simple fact. Well, good luck not playing too good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Broncos, and I'm gonna go under because it's that the over under is 47, so I'm gonna go under. I think the Broncos defense has stepped up, and Teddy Bridgewater has my go-to guy. Jiminy Christmas. Cards versus Giants. I'm taking it's over under is 45. I'm gonna take the over. I got Kyle Murray starting. but I'm not too sure. Man, he got that one hit on his shoulder, and who-wee. But we're gonna go with the Cards. Start Wayne Gallman. Mims is out with family issues. Start Kenyon Drake. Giants allow the 17th fantasy football points to wide receivers. Hopkins start, but he's questionable right now. He is questionable. I got him on fantasy football today. Just pause. I was looking at fantasyfootballtoday.com, and they got him as doubtful. Let me see. Let me see if they still got him doubtful. Injury report. Come on. Julio Jones is out. Yeah, they got ankle, and he's questionable today. Golly, DeAndre Hopkins, he'll play. He'll play, but and it's not like the Giants. Giants defense has stepped up. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, and Daniel Jones was a full practice Friday, but that's a hamstring. And Daniel Jones, he does rely on his legs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The Giants don't have a great nickel. And I'm still, if Jones starts to take the over, I'm going to take the over. You're going to start Sterling Shepard. You're going to start Golden Tate. But just watch it with Hopkins and that ankle. I'm not saying sit him. Hell no, I'm not saying sit DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, Fitz is back. Kirk, Rogers, or Watson. Being a Bears fan, I'd say sit Rogers, but Watson, he's in my Colts division too, man. I need everybody in the AFC South to lose because my Colts are still in the playoff hunt. But Rogers, he plays the Lions. Said and done right there. But I wish I could tell you, man. But being a Bears and a Colts fan, I hope they both lose. But yeah, man, I go with Rogers. But you know, the past history for Packers and Bears game, or Packers and Lions game. I know, Shell. Drink some more coffee. Stafford always steps up for this game. Ooh. It's hard to be a fancy football analyst or to do something like this for the simple fact, boy, I let my teams, which are the Bears and the Colts, kind of interfere with what I say to do. Yeah, yeah, this man. I tell you what, when the Colts beat them last week and T.Y. Hilton went over there and, consulted him, I felt pretty bad. You know, that kid lays it all on the line. But let me see. The Texans play who? Who the Texans play? The Texans play. If I can read my own damn note. But the Texans play my Bears. No, hey, no. mm. I say go with Rodgers. Yeah, but the Texans play my Bears, so I want the Bears to win. But boy, Watson has been. Who we gonna throw to? Who we gonna throw to? Kiki QT, Duke Johnson. Will Fuller said, "Hey, I'm gonna see if I can cheat the win." Golly, that's a stumper right there. That's a stumper. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's see. We got the cards. I picked the card for y'all. And the Adams combo. Woohoo! I'll drink to that one, buddy. I'll drink to that one. We got the Chiefs versus Finns. Tua starting. Chiefs ranked 23rd in red zone on offense. Can you believe that? Chiefs defense give up the big plays down the line. That's crazy. That is crazy. Of course, I heard that there's something wrong with Tyreek Hill, so I'm gonna have to do an update later on. I got him as a start, but then I got Mikael Harmon. He's a start. Oh yeah. Tyreek Hill has an illness. Devontae Parker and Hakeem Grant. You can go ahead, start them. Go ahead, start them. You know, you got everybody on this COVID list. Golly. Sorry about that. You know, yeah, it sticks out. This guy wrote in here. That's the thing. I also have the Rodgers and Adam combo. Yeah, I got Devontae Adam in my IDP league, and I think I might have Rodgers on that league too. Let me see. Yeah, you know, some analysts, fantasy football analysts, tell me you can't let your personal feelings in your teams get in the way of what you put out for context. But man, it's hard. I tell you that, it's hard. Let's see. I think he's gonna put up points. I got Justin Herbert starting today over Kyle Murray. Yeah, I got the Adams and the Rodgers combo too in my IDP league. So y'all know I'm not lying. Huh, that's a hard one, but I like to see the Chiefs win. But I would like to see the Dolphins win, but I'm going with the Chiefs. I want to take the over. The over right now, as I have it, is 49, but it probably has been going up and down. Then you got the Cowgirls against the Bengals. So many years of hating the Cowboys. How can I go for them? So I'm gonna go for the Cowboys. Dadgummit, because I don't know who the quarterback is for the Bengals. Like I said, this year is crazy. Cowboys versus Bengals. Mixon is eligible to return, but like I was hearing on the Fantasy Doctor, uh, like he said, I think it's more of a contract of why he won't play. Besides his foot, I'm hoping it's his foot and he's not taking the punk ass way out. But we gonna go with the Cowgirls, Titans, Jags. I can't call. I want the Jags to win for the simple fact the Colts are in the hunt. So I need them to lose. Need the Titans to lose. I can't even believe I said that. That I need the Jags to win. It just doesn't sit right in my mouth. I don't want to hear no comments about that, what I just said either. Uh, Start Corey Davis. Titans allow the seventh most fantasy football points to running backs. Start Tannenhill. Jags allow the 22nd, 22 fantasy football points to quarterbacks. Start Henry. Start James Robinson. Titans have given up the most passing touchdowns in the league to running backs. AJ Brown, he missed practice, so I'm gonna keep on the lookout for him. Start Smith. Start Keenan Cole. DJ Shark maybe. Colin Johnson, go ahead, start him. Jags allow the fourth most fantasy football points to running backs. Titans allow the fourth most fantasy. Titans allow the fourth most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Vikings versus Bucks. Go ahead with the Bucks. And no, I don't bet. I don't bet. I'm not established that much to bet. I will start with 2021. I will start placing bets. But we're going to go with the Bucks. Start Brady. Chris Godwin, practice Thursday. Go ahead, start him. Mike Davis, he will play, but with his hamstring, I kind of lean off of him if you can. Let's see. The Bucks are good against the run. Rondo Jones is fourth in rushing yards. Go figure. You're going to start Justin Jefferson. You're going to start Thielen. Start AB if you can. Irv Smith Jr. has a groin issue. Vikings allow the third most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Bucks allow the eighth most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Jets versus Seattle. Oh, and the over under that I have is 52. But I think I'm going to go under. Let's mark that down. Jets versus Seattle. Jamison Crowder added to the injury report. Calf injury, game time decision. I tell you, man, for all these athletes that say that they are in top shape before the season starts, and then you had all these ACL tears, and then you got the COVID. Like I said, man, you got to be really good in the fantasy football community to be in a championship. Hopefully, I'll get. Like I said, I'm only in 3 leagues. I didn't even think there was going to be a season. So, Jets versus Seattle. Start Chris Carson. You're going to have to start Rashad Perryman because Dims is out. You're going to start Lockett. You're going to start DK. Frank Gore should play, but I don't even know. Well, Lockett had a concussion, so start David Moore. Maybe, yeah. Seattle allows the most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Jets allowed the ninth most fantasy football points to wide receivers. So, since I got Russell Wilson, I'm going with Seattle. Atlanta versus Chargers. I'm going to take Chargers because I got Justin Herbert. I have Will Atlanta stall in the red zone. Start Hunter Henry. Start Justin Herbert. I got him. Atlanta's defense struggles versus a running quarterback. Atlanta allows the second most fantasy football points to wide receivers. Sit all Atlanta running back. Start Austin Eckler. Maybe Julio Jones is out. You're going to start Keenan Allen. Start Russell Gage. I had him as a sit. Start Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley. Boom. Okay, Packers versus Lions. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. But Packers allow the most fantasy football points to running backs. The Lions allow the third most fantasy football points to running backs. Start AP if Swift is a no-go. Swift is a go, so go ahead and start Swift. Start Aaron Jones. You're going to start Allen Lazard. Galladay's out, so go ahead and start Marvin Jones, Andy Amendola. Uh, but again, you got to look at the defense. Is the defense going to do a double coverage on Jones? Maybe. That leaves Danny Amendola open. Boom. Mm-hmm. Lions allow the fifth most fantasy football points to wide receivers. I'm going to go with the Lions. Being a Bears fan, I can't believe that came out my mouth. Saints versus Eagles. Um, sit Zach Ertz, sit Miles Sanders. I don't even start Taysom Hill. This is 2020. Start Hill. Can you go? I think they're going to stay Drew Brees till the playoffs. You're going to start Michael Thomas. Eagles have a good defense. Remember that. Start Greg Ward. Start Jalen Rager. Saints allowed the least fantasy football points for running backs. Boo. Miles Sanders took a dump on me. He was in the beginning, he was in my sleepers. Skins versus Niners. Skins are in the hunt in the NFC East, I think. So I'm gonna go with the Skins. Yeah, let's go with the Skins. Debo Samuel, he was absent from Wednesday practice, bruised foot, but I did hear he's starting. Start DJ McKissick, start Raheem Mostert, Terry McLaurin, start Brandon Ayuk. A lot of running games, and don't forget about Peyton Barber for the Redskins. Steelers versus Bills, definitely going with the Bills. I got Josh Allen, I got Ty Diggs, and I definitely got Cole Beasley. I've been having Cole Beasley for a couple of years now. I really, really like that player. I'm gonna go with the over on this one. Last time I checked, the over/under was 45, but it's been fluctuating. Start Eric Ebron. Uh, you might have to start Juju, Claypool, and Dante Johnson. Start Diggs, Beasley, Gabriel Davis. Touchdown upside. Bills are good in the nickel defense. So yeah, Claypool's going to have a hard time. Claypool's going to have a hard time. Ravens versus Browns. I need the Ravens to win because my Colts are. This is a Monday night game. The Colts are in the playoff hunt. Austin Hooper, my inside source, Eric, said he is a start. Sit Mayfield. Ravens defense allow 18 fantasy football points to quarterbacks. Start J.K. Dobbins. Start Chubb and Hunt, and start Jarvis Landry, because I got him. I got him. And I got in my IDP league, I got Campbell for the Ravens defense. So that's about it. Again, we're almost 30 minutes, my longest one. Go figure, man. I'm not top notch like you have with some of these podcasts. Like I hope to get on the same level as fantasy football ballers, fantasy football counselor, fantasy pros, the Pat Mayo show. I hope I can get on that level, and I hope by next year I can have, invite some of y'all to do a podcast with me, but I haven't figured that out quite yet. But again, I agree, man. It brings me to tears that I can see people in the comments over here, and I can actually answer it, and we have a good time. It's Sunday. Y'all say a quick prayer for me because my dog Diva's got to have surgery on Monday. Good luck to everybody except if you're in the AFC South. I hope y'all suck. And the NFC North, I hope y'all suck. But the Bears and Colts, let's go Colts, man. It's game time. It's game time. Hoosiers won yesterday. Army won yesterday. I need to keep that streak going. So let's go. Let's go. Hoorah. Y'all have a blessed day.